Welcome now. Welcome to another session of cutting. We are now going to cut the bodies that we were doing earlier. So we are going to fold this. We are going to. Okay, thank you so much for the next session. We are going to use the manila paper instead of the fabric because we can't just use, when you are learning, we don't just use the material straight from learning. We use the manila in case you make mistakes. In case you make mistakes, this manila paper you can throw it, but the material you should have wasted. So first you have to try it on the paper, on the manila paper. After that, when you know that you can do it on the material, that's when you can use the material. But for now, let's try to make the pattern on the material, on the paper, on this paper that I have right now. This manila paper, we are going to use the simple measurement. We are not going to use those measurements that I used for myself. I'm going to use the small measurements. I'll use the bust. I'll use, the shoulder. I'll put the same 16, but the bust, I'll change it. I'll put 34. Waist, I'll put 26, and what else? I think that's all. The armhole, I use 9, the same one. Okay, so these are the measurements that I'm going to use for the bodies. Okay, remember this is the bodies. So now we'll start with the shoulder. I'm going to use the same measuring tape that I have here. The shoulder will start with 16. Remember, I told you the shoulder is 16. Now we do it half of it. Half of 16 is 8. So I'll measure 8 here, and then from there 8. I'll start with the armhole, 9. For you to measure the bust, you need first to start with the armhole, because where the armhole ends, that's where the bust starts. So this is where we are going to measure now the bust. So the bust is 34. 34 half is 17. It's 8.5. Okay, so we are going to put 8.5 here. This is where 8.5 is, and I'm going to draw a line here to show you where the bust is. So this is the bust, this is the bust. Okay, now since the bust is ending here, don't forget to put the allowances. So we'll put 1.5 allowance. 1.5 is here. Okay, so I'll join here. So this is just an allowance, and then now I'll put now the natural waist. The natural waist, I told you, is where you are going to put the what? The waist. That's where the waist is. If you measure where the waist, we'll put 16, the normal one. Okay, we'll put 16, the normal one. So natural waist, we'll put 16. That's normal. So this 16, that's where your waist is going to be. That's where you're going to measure your waist. Okay, I'll just draw the line here. The waist, I said it, we use 26. So 26, half is 13, eh? So half of 13 is 6.5. 6.5, we measure now 6.5 from here. Yeah. Oh, okay. As I was saying, we have measured the waist. Quarter of the waist is 6.5. So not where 6.5 is. And then don't forget again, you put 1.5, the allowances, same allowance. And then on the waist, I told you that the waist you have to put same allowance and the data allowance. So the data allowance, one inch is enough for data allowance. So we'll put another 1 inch for the data allowance. Okay. So this is where the waist is. Now before we join all these knots, we need to see now how we are going to make the armhole. The armhole shouldn't be like the way it is, as I told you earlier. So we are going to measure here to curve, to make the neck. It's a neck that we're making. So we'll put 3.5 across, and down we'll put 4 inches. And then here, the shoulder slope, we'll put 0.5 for the shoulder slope. And from here, we'll measure it's 8.5. So since it's 8.5, the middle of 8.5, it's 4.2.5 somewhere here. So this is the middle. Okay. Now we'll start from the neck. We are just going to join this knot, but you'll make it curved, like the way I've done it here. Don't put straight, you curve it. It's a round neck. It's a round neck. Okay. So since this one is a round neck, now we are going to slope. We are going to slope what? The shoulder. You should slope the shoulder, as you can see, and then from here, where I have put the middle, we are going to add 1.5 here. I mean 0.5, so that we join this knot. Okay. I've forgotten here. Here it's 2. You start from here. Here it's 2 inches, and then this side also you have to put 2 inches to guide you where we are going to curve here. So we are going to join now the knot. We join like this, like this. Okay. So this is how we make the armhole, and then we join here now. This knot like this. Okay, so this is the flank part. This is the flank part that we are doing. That's why here it's big. The back part, I'm going to show you how to do the back part. So we just cut this. Okay, now I'm going to join. While I'm cutting this, don't cut when you have folded the material. The reason why I'm cutting here, because I want to use this one for the back part. Remember that this one, it is on fold, just on fold. Don't cut this side. So now this is the front part. Okay, this is the front part. Now we're going to do the back part. The back part, you're going to trace it using the front part. Okay, you're just going to trace. The only difference is the front and the back is the neck. The neck on the back part. The back part we use 1 inch here. Okay. This is a straight line. We are going to measure 1 inch. Just 1 inch. Like this. Now we'll okay. Alright. So now this is the back part. So I'm going to cut it. This one is the back part. This one is the front. Okay. So this is the radius. The body is up to the waist, just here. Okay.